Welcome to Silicon Valley Nonprofits, a service of KMVT Community Media. I'm Bev Lanahan, your host. Our guest today is Danielle Inocencio, a recipient of Good Dogs. Welcome. Nice to have you with us today, Danielle.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about the cost of having a service dog and how that might compare to, well, we know pets can be expensive, but I would imagine having a service dog, there are costs to consider here and decisions to be made. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, of course. You know, bringing any dog into your family, there's always going to be your everyday costs. But really, when it comes to Good Dog Autism, each family program costs about $26,000, and that's, you know, for the whole life of that service dog. So that starts when the dog is a puppy, and then there's travel and, you know, everything that the dog needs. So health insurance,
all
vet,
the training,
all
right?
the training.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, you know, just the basic supplies. But then on top of that, there's also the extensive family training. So not only does the dog need training, I think people forget that the families need training as well. And so there is extensive family training. And then after the service dog is placed with the family, there is continued support and training throughout the life of that service dog. So you always have Good Dog Autism companions, for example, to go back to and ask questions, and they're there to support you throughout your journey.
So you really have a support community along with the benefits of having such a great companion.
Exactly, exactly. And I've met lots of families actually through Good Dog, and we're all very well connected. We call each other our Good Dog sisters, and we send each other messages and check in. So that has also been really great.
Well, they're located all over the United States, aren't they? And so now with technology, you can stay in touch.
Exactly.
And because all the information is available online, they can actually identify an interest and connect and make that work for them.
Exactly. Which has been great for us.
Mm-hmm. And I would imagine that there are many more opportunities to place dogs than there are the ability to have them placed. So how does that work?
Yeah, so you know, there's definitely a lot of kids that are that could use the service of a good dog. And unfortunately, we just can't, because of that, we can't meet the needs of all of them. So Good Dog Autism Companions is really limited to the charitable donations that they receive. So each time, you know, there is the cost associated that we talked about. So Good Dog pledges to raise half of that money, and then the family receiving the service dog pledges to raise the other half.
So that $26,000 is divided between the recipient and the nonprofit.
Exactly, yes. So, and then because of there's just, you know, they're really limited to the amount of funds that they receive, can't really place a service dog with everybody. So it's really dependent on the amount of donations that come in. So
it's not a matter of having the trainers available. That could happen.
Exactly,
that could happen.
The trainers could happen, and there's always a surplus of puppies and dogs available. It's really just a matter of the charitable donations.
So that's one of the things we want to encourage today is how to do that. Well, fundraising is a challenge. We know that for everyone. So how does that work for Good Dog?
Yeah, so, you know, Good Dog has several fundraising campaigns that they'll process online, and then each family is doing their own fundraising. So, for example, you know, my family and we did fundraising, and we did a lot via Facebook. You know, we talked about everybody being connected, so we posted a lot online and, you know, told our story and just hoped for a lot of support. But one thing that I found is it was really sort of a struggle to fundraise for us, and that was because, you know, autism is not a disability that you can see, meaning a child with autism doesn't look any different than a child without autism. So it was really hard for people to understand, you know, what we go through and how a service dog might help.
Sure.
And so because of that, you know, fundraising was a little bit questionable for us, but one of the things we did during fundraising, which was completely awesome for us, is we got the opportunity to spend time with the founder of Good Dog, and they brought a service dog out to walk with my son.
Oh, good.
And you know, when I first signed up for this, I knew in my gut that I was doing the right thing, but when I saw him walk with that service dog, I knew at that point that I really did the right thing and it was going to change his life. So every extra dollar I had went into our fundraising at that point. So I would say for us, about half of ours came from friends and family and other friends and from sharing on Facebook. And then the other half came from us just dropping every extra cent we possibly could into this because we knew it was needed.
Well, I'm sure there are viewers listening who will want to be a part of helping this happen. How do they support Good Dog?
Yeah, so they could go to gooddogautismcompanions.org. So right on their website, there's information about donating. Good Dog is also doing a 2016 fundraising event. Yeah, so you can get a part of that campaign at gooddoghighfive.org because they're currently celebrating 5 years. So that's from the high five.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for being here, and good fortune to your family, to Katie, and to Good Dog.
Thank you.